Breaking news from the world of elite sprinting. Kishane Thompson is returning to the track sooner than anyone expected, and it's happening in Hungary on August 12th. The 100-meter dash is about to get an injection of raw Jamaican power, and this is no ordinary race announcement. Fans had their eyes set on Silesia as Thompson's next big outing, but he's just thrown a curveball into the track calendar, sliding in an appearance at the Gyulai István Memorial Continental Tour meet. On paper, it might not carry the glamour of a Diamond League, but anyone who follows sprinting knows this is no warm-up jog. Thompson's every start is a seismic event, and his arrival in Hungary sets the stage for a showdown that could shake the rankings before the World Championships. After seasons where his appearances were rare, cautious, and calculated, 2025 has shown us a different man, more active, more daring, and more willing to test himself against the world's best. And this time, he's stepping into a field packed with danger. Which begs the question, is this just another race, or is Thompson about to make another global statement? It's easy for casual fans to look at a Continental Tour meet and assume it's just a tune-up before the big leagues. But when you see the entry list for Hungary, that assumption disappears. This is a race where the lanes will be loaded with names that could easily appear in a World Championship semifinal, or even a final. And for Thompson, this isn't about jogging to a comfortable win. It's about sharpening the blade in real combat. Coming into 2025, the narrative was simple. Thompson would stick to his old habits, run sparingly, and save himself for the biggest stages. But that story is dead. This season, he's been visible, present, and dominant on the circuit. Hungary might be days before Silesia, but the stakes are real. Because in sprinting, every race is a mental war. And Thompson knows that delivering a blow here could plant seeds of doubt in his rivals before they even reach the World Championships. As much as this is about speed, it's about power. The kind of power that doesn't fade with the starting gun but lingers in the minds of opponents long after the race is over. And the opponents he's facing here, they're not coming to play. If you've ever watched Thompson run, you know the formula. He wins races before they're halfway done. His start is like a lit fuse, and by 60 or 70 meters, the explosion has already gone off. It's not just speed, it's a form of psychological warfare. His personal best of 9.75 seconds isn't simply a number, it's a warning. Very few men in history have gone that fast, and none in this field have done it except him. That early acceleration breaks races wide open, leaving even the most seasoned sprinters scrambling for answers they don't have. When Thompson gets his start, the rest of the race becomes survival mode for everyone else. Only a handful of athletes in the world can recover from that. Noah Lyles is one, and Akani Simbine is another. Simbine's late race surge has beaten Thompson before, and now Hungary will give us another chance to see that matchup unfold. But the clock isn't just ticking in the race itself. It's ticking in the minds of everyone in those lanes. Once the gun fires, there's only a split second to react. And against Thompson, that's often the difference between glory and irrelevance. The question for Hungary is simple. Who dares to chase? If Thompson thought this would be a casual sprint to the finish, he's mistaken. The lineup in Hungary is stacked with danger at every lane. Leading the charge is Akani Simbine, South Africa's sprint assassin, who remains one of the only men to catch and beat Thompson in the last year, a feat he pulled off in Diamond League competition. Then there's Ferdinando Manyala, Africa's fastest man, whose explosive power and proven sub-9.8 speed make him a threat in any race. American veteran Ronnie Baker, fresh off a 9.92 second performance at the US Championships and a 9.94 win in Slovakia, brings experience and the kind of top-end form that could disrupt any race plan. But it doesn't stop there. Rising stars Abdul Rashid Saminu and Kayane Sola, both sub-10 sprinters with Olympic Games experience, will see this as their ticket to global recognition. A win against Thompson, even in a Continental Tour meet, can change a career overnight. Every man in this race knows the headlines won't read Continental Tour victory. They'll read Thompson beaten. That's why this isn't just a meet, it's a battlefield. One thing Thompson has in his corner, and perhaps a double-edged sword, is the Jamaican sprinting machine. He's not coming to Hungary alone. Alongside him will be Rohan Watson and Akeem Blake, both dangerous in their own right. This means Thompson won't just be dealing with foreign rivals. He'll be pushed by his own countrymen. Jamaica's sprint legacy has always been about depth, and in Hungary, 3 of their fastest will be on the same track. Watson's electric starts and Blake's ability to finish hard mean Thompson has no margin for error. The friendly fire of national teammates can be as motivating as it is risky, because in Jamaica, bragging rights matter just as much as medals. When you're the face of a nation's sprint team, every head-to-head counts, and losing to a teammate on foreign soil is a storyline no star wants written. That internal rivalry could be the factor that pushes Thompson to his limits, or the crack that lets someone else through. Perhaps the most unexpected subplot of 2025 is the narrative shift around Thompson's commitment to competition. At the start of the year, analysts, and even some in his own camp, doubted he'd be a regular on the circuit. His past seasons were defined by rare appearances with long stretches away from competition. But this year has been different. He's shown up consistently, delivered top-tier performances, and silenced critics who questioned his durability. For some commentators, it's even led to public admissions that they got it wrong. They underestimated his hunger, and Thompson hasn't just been running, he's been winning. He's been planting his flag in every city he visits, sending a clear message. This isn't a part-time reign, this is a full-scale campaign for dominance. In a sport where every race is both a test and a message, Thompson has made it clear, he's not here to fill lanes, he's here to own them. As much as Hungary will be a headline grabber, it's just one step toward the season's ultimate target, the 2025 World Championships. Every race from now until then serves a dual purpose, testing form and testing rivals. For Noah Lyles, the man many see as Thompson's greatest obstacle, early season races are tools, not trophies. Lyles' strategy is built around perfecting his race model, the precise mechanics he needs to hit when the gold medal is on the line. That's why he doesn't need to win every race. He needs to arrive at the championship final with everything calibrated. Thompson's approach is the opposite. He treats every race like it's the final. He's not interested in slow builds. He's interested in domination now. Hungary then becomes more than just a meet. It's another chapter in a season-long mind game. For Lyles, it's a scouting opportunity. For Thompson, it's another chance to show there's nothing to scout because he's simply untouchable. The tension between these two men isn't manufactured. It's rooted in real history. In 2024, Lyles took Olympic gold in the 100-meter, but not before losing to Thompson in earlier rounds. That contrast says everything about their styles. Lyles is the patient strategist, willing to take a loss if it means perfecting his plan for the race that matters most. Thompson is the knockout artist, looking to end every fight in the first exchange. They're playing different games, but in 2025, their paths will cross again, and each knows the other's playbook. Lyles will wait for his moment to strike late, while Thompson will try to slam the door shut before that moment ever comes. The question isn't just who's faster, it's whose style will break first under the pressure of the season's biggest stage. Hungary won't decide that outcome, but it will give us clues. And in a rivalry this tight, every clue matters. When the gun goes off in sprinting, all the talk stops, but the mental battle never ends. Thompson's starts are so devastating that many of his rivals know halfway through the race that it's already over. That's the reality they'll face in Hungary. One slip, one hesitation, and Thompson is gone, leaving the rest to fight for scraps. In 2025, the path to gold in the 100 millers is clear. You must go through Kishane Thompson. And history tells us that's a path littered with the hopes of those who tried and failed. Hungary may not carry a championship medal, but it carries something just as important: the chance to send a message before the season's most important battles. For Thompson, it's a chance to prove once again that his dominance isn't tied to the occasion, it's tied to the man himself. For everyone else, it's a chance to do the impossible: stop the Thompson bomb before it detonates on the world stage.